But getting ready and set for the Powder Puff. Coming up next, we'll have the lineup for you. Starting on the pole, going to be Kenna tonight in the Sellersburg, Indiana, number 281. Outside, going to be Elena Wilhoit in the Georgetown, Indiana, number 94A. Going to be at 77 to Tiffany Shelton from Henryville and Stacy Fitzgerald in Louisville, Kentucky, number 23. 97 to Michelle Barrett from Chesterfield, Indiana, and Elena Nolan, number 34, in from New Albany. 4W of Deidre Phillips and Jessica Radiker in the number 4R. So a couple ladies out there getting into the mix that we haven't seen in the Powder Puff before, so that's going to be a great class race division coming up. 25 laps set to be the distance around the quarter mile.
This is not a test. This is not a test.
I don't know if you can handle it. I don't know if you can handle it.
This is not a
I don't know
test.
if you can handle it. I don't know if you can handle it. I don't know if you can handle it.
This is not a test. You can 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 test. This is not a test. This is not a test. I don't know if you can handle it. 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 This is not a This is not a test. You can handle if you can you can handle if you can handle if you can This is not a test. You can handle if you can you can handle if you can handle if you can This is not a test. You can 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 test. This is not a I don't know if you can handle it. 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 This is not a test. This is not a test.
told her, the fast qualifier 281, Kenna Day, definitely a favorite to win this event here. She's very strong on dirt and asphalt, but she's won several races down at Sportsdrome and several other tracks around. Of course, she won the most recent Caitlin Adams Memorial down at Sportsdrome a couple weeks ago. Two-time winner of that event now. A race in honor of my daughter that passed away about 4 years ago. So Kenna Day really enjoyed that, and she's looking to put another victory in her cap here tonight.
So yes, indeed, Harold Adams, you were right. Tough competitors out here, and you look at the ranks of course, the female divisions, and yeah, good to see Troy Phillips' wife out there, Deidre, in the number 4 machine. Of course, that car piloted by Doug Wicker on the short track. And then, of course, here comes Tiffany Shelton in the yellow and blue, number 77. She is back out there in the Powder Puff. Stacy Fitzgerald. Now, we talk about the different tracks that these cars run. Let's talk about the women for a moment. The 97 of Michelle Barrett usually competes at the Mount Lawn Speedway. They live up that area, but been calling Sportstrom Speedway home for quite some time. They come down and camp on the weekends, but normally Anderson Speedway, Mount Lawn Speedway. Then, of course, Stacy Fitzgerald, the number 23 out there, a normal dirt racer at Brownstown Speedway. So a lot of different talent here, and Kenna Day also has experience on dirt and the Sportstrom asphalt. But here we go. Eddie Gilstrap Motors Pace Vehicle pulls into the pit area, and here we go. Harold Adams leads us to the green flag off turn 4.
All right, we're looking for another good start. The Future Stars had a good start. We'll see if the Powder Puff, the ladies, can do it, and yes, they do. Green flag is out, and we are underway with this 25-lap Powder Puff feature.
No doubt about it. Into turn number 1 and 2. Keep an eye on that 281 of Kenna Day. She's going to shoot out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Elena Wilhoit, who took kind of a wild ride at the Brownstown Speedway last week during Fun Fest. So keep an eye on that number 94. You can see the right side of that car kind of put back together after contact at the Brownstown Speedway during Fun Fest. So good to see her back out here. Tiffany Shelton, no slouch either. She's third right now. So about first to second, second to third, about equal in distance. Kenna Day leads the fray off turn 4.
Yeah, Kenna Day, as I said, favorite to win this event here. Fast qualifier. And there she goes out into the lead as Elena Wilhoit, like you said, has a pretty good run this year. They had to put that thing back together. We both were at Fun Fest last week, seen her have kind of a rough night, but looks like she's having a pretty good run here as both of those two kind of running away from the field as they'll come around to complete lap number 3.
No doubt about it. And here we go as they race around the quarter mile here. And there you see on the track, the closest battle on the track is for the number 3 spot, and that's between the number 77 of Tiffany Shelton and Stacy Fitzgerald. Then you go back to look at the number 97 of Michelle Barrett and the number 34 in of Elena Nolan. Those two cars battling it out right now as they work
on the
around.
backstretch, Will.
Oh, thank you, Harold. I did miss that down there in backstretch. Deidre Phillips in the number 4 car comes to a slow. And tough break for that young lady.
I believe as I looked over, it looked like she actually lost control a little bit and actually hit the wall there on the backstretch. Able to get that thing going, and let's see, well, she's going to keep it on the track for now, but I know she made some contact over there, so I'm sure that scared her a little bit because I don't know how much experience she has in a race car. This may be her first race, I'm not sure. But caution is out, showing 4 laps on the board, so we'll see if she can continue. We'll see if everything's good on the backstretch over there, see if there's any debris over there. Should be able to get these cars lined up pretty quick and get back under green. As I said, Kenna Day going to be tough to beat in that 281. So I know she doesn't want to see these cautions. She wants to keep this thing green and keep that flow going. So looks like the 4 of Deidre Phillips, I guess, going to stay out there. I guess she's good to go. She's picking up on the tail, so we'll double things up here now. Elena Wilhoit will go to the outside of Kenna Day on that front row. Tiffany Shelton on the inside. And Stacy Fitzgerald on the outside of row 2. Row 3 there will be Michelle Barrett and Elena Nolan. And a pace truck picks it up, goes off the track. So we'll look to go back to the quick restart here.
So here we go. The Powder Puff works their way 2 by 2 out of turn number 4. Kenna Day, Elena Wilhoit on the front row. And we see the green flag, but here we go. How about Tiffany Shelton? She's going to use this to her advantage because she has the inside advantage of Elena Wilhoit.
Yeah, no doubt about it there. Elena Wilhoit kind of lacked back there just a little bit, left the door wide open. Tiffany Shelton taking it and moving right into second place. Now Wilhoit tucks back in underneath her and will take over that third spot.
No doubt. Now the top three, Kenna Day, Tiffany Shelton, and Elena Wilhoit, worked their way over turn number 2 down the back straightaway. 2 cars battling still for the number 4 spot, Stacy Fitzgerald and the number 97 of Michelle Barrett. Elena Nolan back there, as well as Attica in the number 4 and the number 4 of Deidre Phillips back there as well. So these drivers, of course, look at Jessica Radiker back there in the Louisville, Kentucky native. Now we haven't seen much of her this year either. But as you see on your screen at home, all Kenna Day right now in that 281.
Yes, indeed, Will, as Kenna Day in the 281 comes across complete lap number 7. And it looks like a little bit of trouble back there. Jessica Radiker in the black number 4 off the track now comes back on the track, and it looks like we're going to stay green.
Green indeed. 7 laps on the Salem Speedway scoreboard as they work around. And you can see now Kenna Day extending that lead over Tiffany Shelton by 1.834 seconds, the time from first to second. Putting on a clinic. We knew she was going to be tough here tonight.
Yeah, when she has that 281 hooked up, she is really tough to beat. We've seen her earlier in the year have some trouble with that thing, but they've got that thing really dialed in now, running good, and she is just a force to be reckoned with.
15 laps to go next time by, as you see on your screen. If you're watching at home, we thank everyone for tuning in. Of course, if you're here in the grandstands, great crowd here tonight. We appreciate each and every one of you for coming out to the Spooky 200. Right now, Kenna Day navigating through slower traffic.
Yeah, she's trying to work her way through the number 4s, if you will, the black 4 and the white 4. Makes her way through there all right, safely. We'll see Tiffany Shelton doing the same, and Atlanta Wilhoit in third there. Stacy Fitzgerald in the 23, running fourth.
So 10 laps make it 11 on the board as we are clean and green so far. Green flag laps here, and that's how we like it here at Salem Speedway tonight. As now Tiffany Shelton tries to go past the number 4 machine of Jessica Radiker, the Louisville, Kentucky native, trying to get past her but having a little bit of trouble. Going to have to go to the high side, trying to make the pass. And she will, coming off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. So Kenna Day. And it gets longer in the deficit every time, Harold Adams, because it was 1.8 seconds for the longest time. Now it's 2.2 seconds. We'll see this time by. Is it getting longer? And yes, it is. 2.9, almost a 3-second advantage from first to second.
Yeah, like I said, that 281 is really hooked up right now on a rail, and she is just scooting that thing around, making it look easy really out there, and enjoying this Saturday evening drive.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Kenna Day working off of turn number 2, still on that point going in turn number 3, all chased by Tiffany Shelton. She's trying to make up ground. But like we talk about, watching the deficit now, now if you go back, you have to look at Elena Wilhoit still holding on to the number 3 spot. Stacy Fitzgerald as well. 10 laps to go, 25-lap race here tonight.
All right, yeah, 15 laps being shown on the board, 16 this time around as Kenna Day comes across the line there. And just once again trying to get around Deidre Phillips. Deidre Phillips to the inside, Day to the outside, makes a clean pass right there. That's something that Kenna Day needs to make sure she's careful about making these passes through lap traffic. No sense in rushing things. Got to have a little patience every once in a while. So she's got 17 laps down, 8 to go for the 281.
Yeah, incredible. We sound like a broken record, but that is basically what is happening. The summary of this race is that story. But now it's only a 2.5 seconds. So Tiffany Shelton is ticking away at the time. But the question is, does she have enough if she's faster? And how fast can Kenna Day get past the 97 of Michelle Barrett?
Yeah, Michelle Barrett there on the inside, forcing Kenna Day to the outside. That'll slow her up a little bit as she makes a pretty clean pass, comes down the stripe, completing lap number 19.
So giving you a full rundown, 281 of Kenna Day, Tiffany Shelton in the number 2 spot. Elena Wilhoit in the number 94A goes 3rd, Stacy Fitzgerald 4th. 5th place right now is going to be the number 34 in of Elena Nolan. Michelle Barrett goes 6th, Jessica Radiker in the number 7 spot, and Deidre Phillips rounds out your 8 competitors.
Now we see second place Tiffany Shelton now needing to get around Michelle Barrett. Goes a little wide, gets a little off the pace right there. had to gather it back in. So Tiffany Shelton having to be careful trying to lap the 97 of Michelle Barrett. Got 4 laps to go. This 25 lapper. We see Kenna Day once again coming around turns 3 and 4, coming up on the number 4 of Jessica Radiker. Gets crossed up just a little bit right in front of your leader. Kenna Day looking to the outside now. Not sure if she should go inside or outside on that black number 4. Kenna Day being real patient here to see what she does. There she goes on the inside on the backstretch. And whoa, makes contact with the 4. Watch out, don't want to get any tires cut down on this one.
Now that's my line, Harold Adams. Watch out there. Down the back straightaway, Stacy Fitzgerald goes into turns number 1 and 2. Kenna Day, she is just 1 lap away here shortly from a victory. And I know you'll have a lot to talk about with Kenna Day's number 281 in her year in review. But she's going to see the white flag off turn number 4. Tiffany Shelton going to be riding with that number 2 spot. Pretty satisfied with that so far. As you see on your screen, if you're watching at home on SalemSpeedway.tv, there is Kenna Day in that beautiful pink, green, black, and white, number 281. Final time off turn 4. Kenna Day going to pick up the win here tonight at Salem Speedway. Followed by Tiffany Shelton and Elena Wilhoit going to round out your top 3 cars, as Hawk Harold Adams will have a word with your winner down trackside in Red Ball Recycling Victory Lane with Kenna Day. So once again, we talk about the resume of Kenna Day. Of course, Powder Puff champion down at Sportstrom Speedway, ran on dirt at Brownstown Speedway. And don't forget, I do want to give a big shout out. Next week, a lot of us here at Salem Speedway will be making our way over to the fairgrounds as Thunder Valley going to put on a show over there. JT Huffman and the gang, we will be over there. I will be calling that event. Pure Stocks, Hornets, and Crown Vics at Thunder Valley next week at the dirt track. Going to come to life here at Salem Speedway. I believe it starts at 2 p.m. You are all invited. Crown Vics, I think we're almost over 30 entries for the Crown Vics over at the Little Bull Ring at Thunder Valley. So join us next week over there as Kenna Day going to come down to Red Ball Recycling Victory Lane. Harold Adams down there, I'll let you have it. And, of course, a girl that you've talked to in Victory Lane down at Sportstrom many times, Kenna Day picks up the win.
All right. Thank you, Will. Kenna Day now pulling into Victory Square here. Red Ball Recycling Victory Square. We'll get a quick word here with Kenna. I know she's all smiles. She can hear you. How about Kenna Day? Me and Kenna very familiar with each other. She's had a pretty good year. We talked a couple weeks ago. You won the Caitlin Adams Memorial, the race for my daughter down to Sportstrom. I know that was a big race for you. So it's good to see you come up here with another strong run. You really got this 281 running good, don't you?
Yeah, it's been running pretty good lately. I got to thank my dad for all of his work on the car and all my sponsors, JNC Lawn Care, Wooldridge Constructions, Masonry Additions, Assisting Transport, G&G Excavating, Duran Auto and Tire Sales, Foundation Home Loans. Oh, and Nick and Megan for putting on this Powder Puff race.
All right, hey, Ken, I know you've had a good year and everything. I know you run some dirt, you run some asphalt. What's your plans for next year? What's up with Kenna Day for next year?
I'm not sure. After the Powder Puff Championship night, I was retiring, and now I've raced 4 times since then. So I guess we'll just see when the schedules come out.
All right, we'll be definitely looking for you somewhere. I know you'll be racing somewhere. So, for the Powder Puff winner tonight, 281, Kenna Day. All right, Will, I'm going to send it back up to you. I know we got the Outlaw Figure Eights coming up.